Hello boys and girls, it's Mrs. Klein. I hope you've been enjoying your art at home. I love seeing your pictures. I love the jungles and the great waves that I got last week. I really hope you enjoy this project that we're doing today. If you went through my lesson plan, you saw that we were learning about Georges Seurat, and he was a French painter who liked to paint with those tiny little dots. We call that pointillism. You can see his paintings behind me. Actually, the real painting is really big, much bigger than this one. It's in Chicago at the Art Institute. If you're ever in Chicago, I hope you go and see it. I was amazed when I saw it, and I got up really close, and I saw all those little dots. It was very impressive. So today for your project, you're going to be making a pointillism drawing. I'm going to show you a less challenging way, and then a more challenging way, and then a super fun way to do your project. So make sure you watch the whole video. Well, I hope you have a good time, and I miss you very much. And please, if you can, send me a picture of yourself holding your artwork so I can see your face, because I miss you that much. Have fun. So now I'm going to show you how to make your pointillism drawing. I'm first going to show you a less challenging way to do it. So you want to start by drawing something that you know how to draw. So let's say I'm going to draw a butterfly. The first thing I do to draw a butterfly is to draw a circle. Then I'm going to draw the body, make a curved line, and then a curved line this way. Now I'm going to draw the wings. I'm going to go up and around and in and back. Now I'm going to draw another wing, up and around and back. Now I'm going to give this butterfly some antenna, and I'm going to make him a happy butterfly. And maybe there's going to be a design in his wings. Maybe I'm also going to draw something like a flower. So I could start with a circle, and then I can make some curved lines. Oops, that one's too small. What could I do? Yep, we could use our problem-solving skills, and we could make it just a little bit bigger and make some layers. So here's some flowers. I'll make another flower over here. So now I have a butterfly, and I have 3 flowers. But you don't have to draw a butterfly and flowers. You can draw something else, anything you want to. Maybe I'll draw a heart, something that you know how to draw. So now I have my butterfly, and I have some flowers, and I have a heart, and it's time to make it look like Seurat Pointillism paintings. So I'm going to start by choosing some colored markers, and I'm going to start making little dots. So maybe on my butterfly, I'm going to make some blue dots. And you'll notice that when the dots are close together, it makes it look darker. When the dots are further apart, it'll make it look lighter. So I'm going to make some blue dots on the wings. And then let's say I want my wing to look purple. What color dot would I use next to the blue dot to make it purple? Let's think about it. What 2 colors, when you mix them together, make purple? Blue and red. So if I make a lot of little dots right next to each other, the red and the blue are going to start looking like purple when they're close together like that. So I'm going to keep filling up my picture with lots of little dots. Let's say the middle of my flower is yellow. I'm going to dot yellow on the inside of my flower. But maybe I want it to look a little bit orange. So I would take my red marker and put the red dots next to the yellow dots, and I would get an orange looking middle of my flower. So I could keep making dots all over my picture. And when I'm done, it might look something like, ta-da, this. I made this one earlier. So you can see I use lots and lots of little dots. And as the dots were closer together, it made it look darker. And as they got farther apart, it made it look lighter. You can also call that stippling when you make little dots like that. So what if you don't want to make a bird or a butterfly or a flower or a heart? Maybe you just want to make some crazy abstract design. So let me show you how you would do that. You would take your marker or a pencil and you would just start making loops, go all the way around the paper until you make all these little shapes in between. And I can start doing my little dots in those shapes and fill it up that way. And remember, when they're close together, it makes it look darker. And when they're further apart, it looks lighter. Let me show you what that would look like when it's all done. It might look something like this. So you can make an abstract picture, or you can make a picture of something that you know how to draw, like that. Or if you want a real challenge, you could take something like this apple and you can set it out for yourself to look at, and then you could very carefully draw the apple or whatever object you're looking at. And you could even sketch it in pencil first if you want to. And then you can just fill it up with dots. And down here, where it's darker in the shadow, I would just put more and more dots to make it look darker. And up here, where it's a highlight, I would put less dots and it would look lighter. And if I kept doing that, it would take a very long time, but it might look something like this when it's all done. And you can see I added some green dots in here, and I used some purple and gray dots down here in the shadow. And over here where it's darker, I just put lots and lots of red dots and more red dots up here. And then here where the highlight is, I left it light. So that's another thing you could do if you want to do something more challenging. Now the last thing I want to show you is something really fun that you could do. If you have some paint, you could have tempera paint, acrylic paint, or even if you just have some watercolor paint like this, you get watercolor paint very wet, so it's kind of drippy. And then you just need some of these Q-tips, if you have some Q-tips, and you can just put your Q-tip in the paint and then use that to make dots. I'm going to use the other side, and I think I'll make some yellow dots. And the yellow dots and the red dots next to each other will make what color dots? Yeah, it'll make it look orange. And so that's just another fun way you can make these dots and make a pointillism project. So I hope you enjoy your project, and I hope you share a picture with me. I would love to see your artwork. So you can do the painted way, the challenging way, where you look at an apple or a ball or some other type of thing and try to draw that. Or you can do a less challenging way of drawing some things you know how to draw, or just some crazy abstract design. So those are a few ways you can make your pointillism project. I hope you have a fun time doing it.